Hey, thanks for joining us for another edition of the Creek Catch-Up, and this is our final catch-up before ID23 officially gets underway. It's next Friday night, the first round of heats, so that's December 1, and we're going to be over the mile, 4 heats for the Pacers, 2 for the Trotters, and then we go to Tuesday night, Saturday night. The grand final night is going to take place on Saturday, December 16. And as I mentioned last week, Thirsty Merc, they're going to be performing live on grand finals night. So make sure you get yourself sorted as far as tickets are concerned. You can check out the website, id23.com.au. You can check out the club's website as well, thecreek.com.au. And they'll point you in the right direction as far as the seating is concerned. There is a lot happening as far as ID23 is concerned. Don't forget on grand final night, there's going to be the Ladbrokes Beer Garden. So if you want to find out more about that, go to the website or contact the girls in the club. Next Saturday night, so that's December 2, don't forget we've got the big members race night taking place. If you're signed up, you've got the chance to win some good money as far as your membership is concerned at Albion Park. So further details again on the website, but that's going to be a good night. So next weekend we've got the first round of heats on the Friday night, the big members race night coming through on the Saturday night. There's a lot of other things to check out as far as the Inter-Dominion is concerned. The Past the Post Pavilion, that's new, well worth having a look at. And if you want to find out about the social activities, we've got the Golf Day coming up. So that's coming up on Monday week. So that won't be too far away. Spots are filling fast. So if you want to get in for that, that's going to take place at the Virginia Golf Club. Get in as soon as you can. And don't forget about the big Calcutta as well. Tickets are only $10, well worth checking out. It's going to be across the road from Albion Park, and that's on the Thursday night before the grand final. So there's a lot happening as far as the social aspect is concerned with ID23. Don't forget, as I mentioned, the Trotters, 2 heats, so 24 Trotters. That was what was originally slated. There was talk about extending it further, but they've gone with 24. We've got 36 Pacers as well. Now, as I mentioned, Thirsty Merc performing. Many would know their hits. We've all sung along to Thirsty Merc, so they're going to be performing on grand final night as well. So make sure you get yourself sorted because these tickets are starting to sell quickly. As far as the contenders are concerned, Leap to Fame, there was talk about him working between races earlier in the week. It didn't eventuate. Black Sedans and Manila Playboy, they work between races. You can check out that vision on the club's social media pages as well. That was recorded there on Tuesday. Black Sedans and Manila Playboy work stylishly together, so they're definitely on song. Still a little bit of uncertainty whether he is going to make it or he's not going to make it. We're talking about the last start New Zealand Cup winner Swayze, the older half-brother to Leap to Fame, so it remains up in the air. So we'll certainly know by Monday because that's when fields are going to be declared for next Friday night. So hopefully we'll be able to know one way or another whether or not Swayze is headed to Brisbane for another shot at Leap to Fame. Of course, last and the only time they met, that was in the Blacks Are Fake earlier this year in July, and he was able to score Swayze downing Leap to Fame. We had a big trial session, a standalone trial session earlier this week. A couple of nice horses stepped out there. Orchid Stride, who starts on Saturday night. She was able to win her trial in good time. Bobby Waterhouse, a former Kiwi for Narissa McMullen, looked pretty impressive. Show Me the Grey, another ex-Kiwi for Shane Graham. He looked pretty good winning his trial, and Sky Road Dreams also impressed as well. This is the younger half-brother to Apollo Dreams. Apollo Dreams went under narrowly behind Orchid Stride, so Mark Dux is starting to fire up with a few classy types there as well. Lord Zarias, the son of Changeover, raced by Mick Boots. He's been moved on, so he goes to South Australia, so ultimately he comes out of ID23. But replacing Lord Zarias is a 2-year-old filly by the name of Yukon Be Serious. So she looked pretty good in a recent Addington trial, so she'll join the stables of Shane Graham. We've got plenty of Queensland interest coming through this Saturday night as well down in Melton at Melbourne, because Not As Promised is going to start the favourite for the 3-year-old trotting Breeders' Crown final there. Fresh off his Derby victory, looked really good winning his heat. The Locomotive, who appears to be the main danger, draws the outside of the second row. So he's got that barrier draw edge, and then it's full steam ahead. Connections are pushing on to the New Zealand Derby, so he's due to fly out from Melbourne to Auckland next Wednesday. Xena Rainbow steps out as well for Chantel Turpin and Nona Ross Patrick. Nathan Dawson will take the drive on that filly as well, but she's up against it. She's drawn the outside of the second row. So a mixed bag there for the 2 Queenslanders competing at Melton this Saturday night. And it's been confirmed during the week that Angus Garrard, fresh off his victory in the Botry Young Drivers Championship, he is going to be representing Queensland in the Australasian Young Drivers Championship. Queensland will have 2 representatives, being the host state. Leonard Kane is the other. So good luck to both guys, Angus and Leonard. They were selected as our representatives for the Australasian Young Drivers Championship. That series taking place during ID23. So that's all the news that we have for this weekend. We've got a big card coming through on Saturday night. 10 races there. Again, a couple of ID23 hopefuls stepping out, pacers and trotters. So we'll see you trackside. Our first race a little later than normal. We kick off just after 6 p.m.